Okay, good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the February 15th, 2024 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please.
Long.
Here.
Greenwell.
Here.
Kalina.
Here. Are there any conflict of interest statements from either of you? No? Number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of February 8th, 2024.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Number 5 is a bid opening. There's 2 separate ones. It looks like the first one is for 28 through 34 Ruth. And I don't know if it's also 3323 165th Street in the same envelope.
Yeah. Should be.
It is? Okay. The first one then is from Acton Contracting, and it's for both addresses. Got it? We have the Form 96. The non-collusion affidavit, and the bid bond. I think that is, yeah, I think that's that, yeah. And the bid proposal. So in reference to 28 through 34 Ruth, the bid price is $320,300, and it says no asbestos removal next to it. So $320,300. Does everybody have that? And then in reference 3323 165th Street, the bid price is $57,800. Does anybody need anything else written? Got that? Okay. The second one is from JM Industrial Services. We have the Form 96. We have the bid proposal. We have the non-collusion affidavit and the bid bond. And for JM Industrial, the bid price for 28 through 34 Ruth is $283,800. And the bid price for 3323 165th Street is $34,400. Does anybody need that read back? Everybody's good? Okay.
Request to refer it to inspections for review and recommendation.
Motion to refer the bids to inspections for review and recommendation.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Moving on, matters from other department heads or their representatives.
Good morning to the board. Just a quick update on 2834 Ruth. The court has set it for status on our request for priority of action or expedited hearing for the 27th of February. So, of course, it is on appeal, so we can't begin the demolition until the court hears the appeal. However, one of the problems that continues is that kind of like a bit of a lack of communication with the inspections department. We're trying to get our asbestos inspector in there, which is why you saw the bids kind of hedging on environmental.
Right.
And so that continues to be an issue. So if I need to, I'll have to ask the court for the ability to get in there, but we're hoping that changes soon and we can get in there, because the more we can inform the court on what's going on, the better. And if the court has to order the owner to allow us to get in there to do the asbestos inspection and environmental inspection, that's what we'll have to do. But that's where we're at. Kelly will probably give a recommendation on those bids next week, I would think. But of course, while the appeal's pending, that demolition won't proceed.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, anything else from department heads or their representatives? Okay, moving on to the correspondence. Letter A, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $20,500 of CIB funding to be allocated for the Little Calumet River pedestrian bridge, submitted for approval.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
This is actually just trying to wrap up a project and get the rest of the funding taken care of. So this went through the CIB Board, and there should be some kind of green sheet, I would
There is.
imagine. So I would recommend approval of this.
Okay,
Motion to approve Mr. Button's request as submitted.
I second.
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting $1,587,365.40 of CIB funding for the 2023-2 CCMG Summer Street and 169th Street construction, Reith Riley Construction Company, submitted for approval.
So this is for the community crossing. It's 50/50. Those are contracts. I believe the funding has been approved already with a green sheet.
Yes.
So it's for the contracts themselves to be approved. We need to submit them to NDOT by approximately March 1st, those contracts, because it's bid through us instead of the state.
Okay, yeah,
So-
they've been signed by the mayor and by the controller.
I would recommend approval.
Motion to approve this request as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting advertising dates of February 22nd, 2024, and February 29th, 2024, with a bid opening of March 14th, 2024, for the Marble Street reconstruction project, submitted for approval.
Yes, this has been an ongoing project with the new development there, the roadways being reconstructed, wider for vehicles, trucks, semi-movements. So this is going through the city. It was an agreement with the developer, so I would recommend approval.
Motion to approve as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, correspondence received from Reith Riley Construction Company Incorporated requesting the closure of Grant Avenue South at Summer Street from February 16th, 2024 through April 16th, 2024, submitted for approval.
And this is for utilities to be placed in a Summer Street. So there is a company detour, and a detour is fine. So construction starting again. So I would recommend approval.
I have one real quick question,
Sure.
though. So it's going to be closed, summer's going to be closed at Grant, east and west? Or just north and south?
Grant's going to be closed.
Okay, so summer will still be one way each direction?
Summer is closed at Columbia still.
Okay, okay.
So they're still working on that.
Okay.
So,
All right, thank you. Sorry.
not to landlock the businesses and
Gotcha.
residents.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you. Letter E, correspondence received from Kevin Smith, Corporation Counsel, requesting the approval to retain Kristen Cantrell and Kristen Hill as city attorney and assistant city attorney, respectfully, submitted for approval.
Of course, Kristen and Kristen have been city attorney and assistant city attorney for some time. However, this is just basically just a kind of cleanup on some paperwork, so I'd request its approval. It's already been, as you can see, the rate and the appointment have been in effect for some time. In fact, in Kristen Hill's case, for even before I was corporation counsel. So this is just kind of an update, and I just wanted to clean up some paperwork. So.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter F, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting approval of the resignation of Officer Hector Rodriguez, effective January 24th, 2024.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter G, correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting Officer Jose Rios to receive FTO specialty pay effective February 13th, 2024.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Letter H, correspondence received from Brian Miller, Director of Public Safety, Purdue University Northwest, requesting permission to hold a 5K Power Onward Community Walk/Run event on April 6, 2024, from 8:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. with attached route. Additionally, requesting assistance from the Hammond Public Works if needed.
We're usually there too.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, motion to approve Mr. Miller's request and to forward to Public Works if needed.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Moving on to matters from board members, either of you?
No, sir.
Okay, moving on to new business, letter A, right-of-way permits. Looks like there's 4 of them received from engineering, submitted for approval.
There is 4. First one I'm going to go over is AT&T up by 122nd Street. They're boring some fiber. Water Department's aware of this and gave them the okay. They're going to have to do some open cutting versus boring in certain areas around bigger mains. So I would recommend approval on that one. Next one being, well, the next 3 are with Passion. First one being Henry Avenue, 3-4 to 310. They shut it down to do utility work. And they do have detours for all these, and they look good. Dean and I went over them. Johnson Street from 226 to 33 for utility work. And the longer one would be Homan Avenue at the Nickty tracks. That would be from 311 to 324. And Anthony from Passion is online to answer any questions. But we went through all the detours and so forth, and it looks good. And they will get advance warning signs up 10 days prior. So I would recommend approval.
Can you, just one thing, Mark?
Sure.
The last one that you referenced to Homan Avenue, you said the completion was going to be 324. It looks like it's 420
Oh.
you have down here. I just want to make sure which date it
Yes,
is.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
So it is the completion is 420?
Yes.
Okay,
So it takes about 5 weeks or so. They're giving it 5 weeks. Should be done sooner than that, depending upon weather, of course.
gotcha. Okay,
So I
thank
would
you.
recommend approval.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve the right-of-way permits as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 10, old business, I don't see any. Number 11, rental registration hearings, letter A, 7113 and 7115 Homan Avenue. And I understand we have somebody on Zoom reference to this.
Yeah,
Mr. Olmos,
hello?
good morning, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, can you give us your name, please?
My name is Eric, E-R-I-C, last name Boone, B-O-O-N-E.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
Okay, all we have this property is ownership changing in late of 2022, so there are new owners of the property overseeing its operation. It's a duplex that coincides with the occupancy and use of the church at 7105 Homan. So we're here for 2023, 1 year. According to Water Department, they, was consistent usage, so we were just making a recommendation of the board, seeing as it's their first time dealing with the registration process, that a waiver be warranted.
Okay, sir, do you have anything to add? What happened with?
No, just want to thank you all so much for your understanding and forgiveness of our incompetence of not knowing. But I'm so grateful to be a part of Hammond and do great things in the community.
Well, we thank you for wanting to be here. So the only thing I would tell you is going forward, just make sure that you make note that you can pay those from January 1st to April 15th so that this doesn't happen again, okay?
Okay, so
Okay.
can you help reassure us what we need to do? I think my wife got it under control. She's in surgery right now. So I'll make sure we do our due diligence.
Thank you. And we hope the surgery goes well also.
Yep.
Just make sure that we want to make
Thank you
clear.
so much.
So I just want to make sure that Mr. Boone understands that this was for 23, so the waiver will be for 23, but remember that we're now in 24, so he has to register 24 as well for $5 each. So don't miss that deadline of April 15th for this year too.
30 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
13 and 15 both.
Thank you, Mr.
Waiving the
Boone.
late fee for both units.
Okay. Motion to waive the late fee for 7113 and 7115 Homan Avenue for 2023.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, number 12, the meeting's open to the public. Does anybody have anything like to say? Chris, Chief, you guys good?
Rob?
That was cool. That just proves that there's a reason why people can, there's no reason why they can't be here.
We agree. Okay, we're good.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.